Rule number 1. Never lose money. Rule number 2. Never forget rule number 1. If you get to my age in life and nobody thinks well of you, I don't care how big your bank account is. Your life is a disaster. Should you find yourself in a chronically leaking boat, energy devoted to changing vessels is likely to be more productive than energy devoted to patching leaks. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. There seems to be some perverse human characteristic that likes to make easy things difficult. Honesty is a very expensive gift. Don't expect it from cheap people. What we learn from history is that people don't learn from history. Of the billionaires I have known, money just brings out the basic traits in them. If they were jerks before they had money, they are simply jerks with $1 billion. Beware the investment activity that produces applause. The great moves are usually greeted by yawns. Basically, when you get to my age, you really measure your success in life by how many of the people you want to have love you actually do love you. You do things when the opportunities come along. I've had periods in my life when I've had a bundle of ideas come along, and I've had long dry spells. If I get an idea next week, I'll do something. If not, I won't do a damn thing. Wall Street is the only place that people ride to in a Rolls Royce to get advice from those who take the subway. For 240 years, it's been a terrible mistake to bet against America, and now is no time to start. What counts for most people in investing is not how much they know, but rather how realistically they define what they don't know. The business schools reward difficult, complex behavior more than simple behavior. But simple behavior is more effective. It's better to hang out with people better than you. Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours, and you'll drift in that direction. Keep things simple and don't swing for the fences. When promised quick profits, respond with a quick no. If you're in the luckiest 1% of humanity, you owe it to the rest of humanity to think about the other 99%. You only have to do a very few things right in your life, so long as you don't do too many things wrong. Speculation is most dangerous when it looks easiest. It takes 20 years to build a reputation, and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. Widespread fear is your friend as an investor because it serves up bargain purchases. Predicting rain doesn't count. Building the ark does. The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. You only have to be able to evaluate companies within your circle of competence. The size of that circle is not very important. Knowing its boundaries, however, is vital. Lose money for the firm, and I will be understanding. Lose a shred of reputation for the firm, and I will be ruthless. Forecasts may tell you a great deal about the forecaster. They tell you nothing about the future. Success in investing doesn't correlate with IQ. What you need is the temperament to control the urges that get other people into trouble in investing. Most people get interested in stocks when everyone else is. The time to get interested is when no one else is. You can't buy what is popular and do well. The stock market is designed to transfer money from the active to the patient. If you aren't thinking about owning a stock for 10 years, don't even think about owning it for 10 minutes. Only when the tide goes out do you discover who's been swimming naked. Successful investing takes time, discipline, and patience. No matter how great the talent or effort, some things just take time. You can't produce a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant. Time is the friend of the wonderful company, the enemy of mediocre. I was lucky enough to get the right foundation very early on, and then basically I didn't listen to anybody else. I just look in the mirror every morning, and the mirror always agrees with me. And I go out and do what I believe I should be doing, and I'm not influenced by what other people think. Risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. Imagine that you had a car and that was the only car you'd have for your entire lifetime. Of course, you'd care for it well, changing the oil more frequently than necessary, driving carefully, etc. Now consider that you only have one mind and one body. Prepare them for life. Care for them. You can enhance your mind over time. A person's main asset is themselves, so preserve and enhance yourself. Calling someone who trades actively in the market an investor is like calling someone who repeatedly engages in one-night stands a romantic. In the business world, the rearview mirror is always clearer than the windshield. It's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. Never invest in a business you cannot understand. We simply attempt to be fearful when others are greedy, and to be greedy only when others are fearful. The key to investing is not assessing how much an industry is going to affect society or how much it will grow, but rather determining the competitive advantage of any given company and, above all, the durability of that advantage. The most important thing to do if you find yourself in a hole is to stop digging. Tell me who your heroes are, and I'll tell you who you'll turn out to be. The most important investment you can make is in yourself.